It was amazing, very beautiful, a little bit more undulated than what it looks on TV. But yeah, I had a really good day today and got some really good prep in. So yeah, I'm really happy with it.
What were you looking forward to the most? Shots to play on it.
Playing Amen Corner. I kind of walked up on the par 3 tee box and I was like, whoa, this is actually like real life. Um, yeah, it was. I was looking forward to the whole day, but yeah, playing Amen Corner was really special.
Am I going to get details? What'd you do?
I hit it in the bunker, short bunker, but I got it up and down. So yeah, I'll take a par on that.
13.
I think I made par too. I think I parred all of them, which I'll take. I will take that any day.
I was just curious if you could make a connection. Well, first of all, when you were here as a 9-year-old, do you remember what you did on your putt on 18?
I don't remember exactly. I remember it wasn't good. That's what. What definitely wasn't good, but I don't remember if I left it short. I think I probably left it short. That probably sounds like me.
Seemed like that's a lot happened in the last 6 years.
I got some flashbacks when I walked up on 9 green. I saw 18 green. I got some flashbacks, but we're gonna do a little better than that this year.
Gianna, does it help to play a practice round here before a competitive round?
Oh yeah, for sure. If I was stepping on that tee box, never seeing the course, I would be pretty panicked. So yeah, I'm really glad I got to see it today.
What lessons will you take with you tomorrow?
My caddy gave me a lot of great advice just about the greens, where to miss, little stuff like that, where to miss in the fairways, and that's definitely really important. You know, don't want to miss in the wrong spots and get yourself in trouble. So, yeah, I pretty much wrote down everything that he had to say. So, yeah, I feel pretty prepared.
Are you someone who can process all that pretty quickly, writing it down? Is
Yeah,
that your style?
I would say yeah. I mean, I can take some pretty quick notes, which just comes from just doing it so often at every single tournament. Yeah, I got a little overwhelmed on the back nine today, but it was a lot of information. But I tried to write down as much as I could and take in as much as I could.
And did you throw down a bunch of balls and chip in different areas?
Yeah, pretty much everywhere. Just, I mean, even though you're only playing it once, just everywhere that you would miss. I know my game pretty well right now and what I'm doing right and wrong. So I feel like I know where my misses are at. So hopefully that aligns with what the course has to offer.
You mentioned yesterday qualifying for the ANWA when you were 11.
Mhm.
From sort of Mississippi, I think.
Yep.
For the tournaments that you've won and things that you've gotten to do, how many like pinch me moments have you had in your gun career?
Not a lot. The AM was definitely one of them. This was definitely one of them. Stepping up on the first tee, stepping up on the par 3 and Amen Corner was definitely one of them. I think a lot of them were probably here, including at DCP. Not a lot though. I normally stay pretty in the moment.
Where does that come from? Where do you learn to stay in the moment and not get too overly excited?
I think it mostly comes from my dad being on the bag. He's really good at calming me down. He knows me better than any other person does, and he knows exactly what I'm thinking in every single moment. So he knows me really well, probably a little too well at times, and yeah, he does a really good job of calming me down, especially on the first tee, just giving me a little pep talk when I need it. I don't always need it, but sometimes it helps.
I was talking to your dad a little bit yesterday about riding that fine line between caddy and dad mode. How do you think he juggles that?
I think he does it really well. There are definitely moments where, you know, the dad comes out, which is understandable. But he's really great at what he does. I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it again. He's an amazing caddy. He knows what he's doing, not only on my bag, but if he caddied for anybody else, he'd know what he was doing too. And obviously it helps that he's been around my game since I started. So he definitely knows what he's doing.
Yesterday he was saying like, okay, we're gonna go sit at the dinner table and we're gonna probably talk about the back nine. So, is that a typical dinner conversation for you guys?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. We talk about golf in our house 24/7, and me and my dad will just sit down, and even if it's not a golf conversation about me, we'll sit down and we'll talk about anything golf. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty common topic in our household.
You get to have a relationship with your dad that kids can only dream of. How do you put that into words?
Yeah, it's definitely really special. I mean, he's basically my best friend. We spend 24/7 out on the golf course together, which I wouldn't trade for the world. It's amazing, and because he started me, he's kind of been around for the whole thing. So yeah, it's definitely really special, especially to have him on the bag. I know a lot of kids, they have a good relationship with their dad, but not necessarily in a catty way. Some people like to keep it separate, but I think we do a really good job of kind of blending it all together.
What's the most testy you guys have been with each other in competition?
I don't know if I have a specific moment. We can bicker a little bit. We have some disagreements, like any dad and daughter would. But for the most part, we get along really well.
Club choice or yardage?
We can definitely disagree on the small things sometimes. That's definitely happened more than a couple times. But for the most part, we know exactly, as I said before, we know each other really well. So we know exactly what we're thinking before we even say it, which we finish each other's sentences. We know the yardage before we even step up to the ball. We know what club we're going to say. So even if we disagree, we know exactly what we're going to say before we say it.
He probably knows when not to say things, I take it.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah, he does.
I mean, that has to be a huge advantage to be that in tune with your county, right? Because there's just some automatics there that
Yeah, I think,
you have to assume.
yeah, I mean, we, again, know each other better than anybody else does. And he knows exactly when we're going to disagree on something. And which happens. It's normal, it happens, but yeah, when it happens, he does a pretty good job of just letting me, even if I'm going to be the one that makes the mistake, he does a pretty good job of just letting that happen. And he steps in when he needs to, but he knows when I need my space.
What's your biggest disappointment in golf? I know you're young.
I don't know. I've been pretty disappointed over bad tournaments before. I'm really competitive, as I've said before in other interviews. I don't know. I was pretty disappointed after the U.S. Girls Junior. Coming up short in the finals is really difficult. I took that one pretty hard. And I think that's okay. I mean, you get so far in match play and you feel like you have so much momentum, and then, to come up short with like 3 holes left it hurts a little bit.
It's got to be a good learning experience to figure out how long it takes you to get over something.
Definitely.
Right?
It
You
takes,
are over it by now, right?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It takes some time, and it just, when you're as competitive and you want to win as much as I do, it takes some time to accept a loss. And it happens, and it's going to happen again at some point, probably a lot of times. But yeah, that one was pretty hard.
You've spent the past few years working towards just making it to this day. Is there a moment in your mind from any of the past few final rounds that stands out to you that you're like, I want to do that?
Yeah, I've had a lot of tournaments that I've wanted to win and still do. And I think this is one of them. But yeah, I spent almost 2 years trying to make it to this event, and trying to get my rankings high enough, which is very difficult as a junior. And it was hard. There were some moments where I was, unsure if I was going to make it or not. And that uncertainty is at times very unsettling, and it can be pretty upsetting. But yeah, to make it here and just to be here right now it feels great.
Do you have a moment from any of the past few ANWAs that you watched that was a favorite highlight?
Definitely the first year, watching Maria and Jennifer kind of battle it out. It kind of looked like match play on TV, honestly, because it was like the only two people that they were showing on coverage. Yeah, it was really cool to watch that, and I remember sitting on the couch and being like, yeah, I want to do that. So yeah, that was really fun to watch.
Did you ever do a DCP again after that first year?
After the first year that I made the finals, no. That was my last year. Nope. That was my last year, yep.
Last question. LPGA and Epson Tour starts. Who have you been grouped with that has been particularly helpful to just kind of navigating what it's like inside the ropes at big moments?
I played with some really, really, really supportive people. I was very lucky to play with people that understood how young I was, and they were very supportive of it, which is you're not always going to get those pairings. There were definitely some people that didn't like how young I was, but I was very fortunate to be paired with people who were very supportive and offered a lot of great advice. I played with Christy Kerr in a practice round, and I actually played with Anna Davis with her. and that was really fun. It was really fun to just see the behind the scenes of her, and she was very supportive of. I think she thought I told her I was 14, and she kind of looked at me like I was crazy, but other than that, she was very supportive, which was really nice.